I was watching a video earlier from Hot 97.7 in New York. I believe it was probably from Friday's show. And it brought up the question of, can you be pro black and date someone or marry someone who is not black? And what kicked off the subject was Childish Gambino, Don Glover, is currently dating a white woman, and it was brought up on his making the "This Is America" video, and so some people were kind of questioning how pro-black he is if he's quote unquote dating outside his race. Another area this has kind of come up, and this I'll address in a video here in a day or two, is about Kamala Harris, who the senator from California, who's announced she's running for president. And there's been some other issues come up about how black she is and all that, which is nonsense, and I'll address that in that video as well. But because she's married to a white guy, and I just really think all of this shit's stupid because it's nonsensical. Because here's the thing: how can we, as black people, and I'm talking specifically at this second to black people, how can we as black people look at white people who we think are bigoted or racist or crypto racist or softcore racist or whatever they are and say, hey, we're just the same as you. We deserve equal treatment not only under the law but in society because we're no different than you. We all bleed the same. We all have the same organs. We're all the same people. We're all the same. And then turn around and go to black people, but you're not really black if you date someone who isn't black. It kind of defies logic to me, right? Because when because white people who are against interracial dating use all the idiotic logic they can think of. They try to use the Bible, which the Bible says nothing about that. They try to talk about the children because it's always about the kids, and they try to use all these different, excuses of what they are. And the first thing we say is, "Oh, because I'm black, I'm not good enough to date you or your daughter or your son." But if we see someone else who's black, we're now gonna say, "Oh, well, you're not black enough because you're dating this white person." It's really silly because here's the thing: people should date whoever they want to date. People should be able to fall in love with whoever they want to fall in love with. Now, look, if this is a situation where you're saying, if it's someone who's saying they date exclusively outside of their race, if it's a black person saying they date exclusively people who aren't black, that's a problem because that's really just a form of racism. It's just racism against your own people. Um, that is a problem. But if you're someone who dates people of various backgrounds, if you're black, I'll come from this as a black man. If you're a black man and you date women who are white, you date women who are Hispanic, and you date women who are black, who cares? Why does this matter? I really don't understand. I'm not understanding why this is an issue. It doesn't make you less black. This is the silliness of this argument, right? If I'm someone who promotes and propagates um, policies and stances that are positive to the black community, if I support if I patron black businesses, if I support patronage of black businesses, if I promote and encourage black entrepreneurship, and cheer on black people whenever they become successful, and I do all the things that would be symbolic of being pro-black, but then I decide to date a Pakistani woman. All of a sudden, I'm not black. I'm not pro-black. That's stupid. That's idiotic to me. And I know people are going to disagree with me on this, and there's people that I like and I respect a lot. They're probably not going to agree with me, but so be it. Because here's the thing: we, again, I will go back to the point. We cannot demand equality. We cannot demand that other people see us the same as them, and then basically turn around and say, yeah, we demand that you look at us the same as we are, but when it comes to dating us, yeah, you're not the same. I mean, that's just, I mean, essentially the reverse of a white supremacist talking point. And in this other argument of, well, we got to, the purity aspect, we got to keep black black. Hey, I got news for you. Go read a book, please. Go Google and look at the history of slavery in this country. Look at the history of African Americans in this country. I hate to tell you this, but there's European blood throughout our lineages. There are very few black people in this country that are quote unquote 100% black. That goes for white people too. That's what's so funny about that, right? I think there's a whole lot of people who, if they really think that bullshit's real, go take a 23andMe test. Just, you may want to have a drink next to you, because when those results come back, that shit may be a little unsettling to you, because it's not going to be what you think it is, or what you want it to be. It's just a silly argument. We're all humans. And this is the thing that kills me too. If you're someone who believes in the Bible, right, and you believe in the flood and Noah, then you must realize that ultimately we all come from the same source. Right? I mean, am I wrong here? We all come from the same people. Noah and his 3 sons repopulated the earth, right, after the flood. That's where we all are derived from, if you believe the Bible, right? So, I just don't understand this. I do understand it. Let me rephrase. I understand black people who feel like you have to date exclusively black because of all the historical issues that have happened. But I just think we have to get past this color thing, right? It's like when people say, I don't see color. When I hear somebody say that, I stop listening to them. Because they're usually being disingenuous. And shit like this proves it, right? Because obviously you see color. Because if you didn't see color, then it doesn't matter who dates who, right? I mean, that's why I just think that's bullshit anyway. Because of course you see color. The key is not caring. I don't care what color somebody is, what race somebody is, what ethnicity somebody is, what nationality. I care about the person. So at the end of the day, man, you date who you want to date. You date who makes you happy. You date who you're attracted to. And you marry who you fall in love with. That's that. So that's it for this video. Please, if you have a comment, please drop it in the box. Go ahead and hit the like button. While you're there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Visit my Patreon page, patreon.com/RobEasley. My social media sites at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at RobBase2110. And remember, ignorance is a choice, so be informed, be aware, knowledge is essential, and facts do matter. So until next time, see ya.